Folks, announcement: Biden just made one of the most cowardly decisions of his career, giving Mohammed bin Salman immunity over the Jamal Khashoggi assassination is the lowest moment of his presidency. Now, it says here that on Thursday, President Joe Biden's administration advised a judge to declare Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman immune from a lawsuit over his role in Khashoggi's assassination. Now, it also says here that it is without a doubt one of the most cowardly decisions of Biden's political career. Mr. President, they're asking here, what is the average price of a gallon of gas at currently $3.70? How much cheaper would gas have to be for you to hold bin Salman accountable? 350, 325, or perhaps maybe $3 a gallon. Would that buy justice? This is crazy, folks. Media is still trying to trick Americans about Hunter Biden. And this is from Fox News. And it says here that, who are you going to believe, the media or your own ears? Now, it says that for years, the media has continued to report President Biden's repeated claim that I have never spoken to my son about his overseas business dealings. Now, at the outset, the media only had to suspend any disbelief that the president could fly to China as vice president with his son on Air Force Two without discussing his planned business dealings on the trip. Of course, the emails on the laptop quickly refuted this claim. However, the media buried the laptop before the election or pushed the false claim that it was fake Russian disinformation. Now, President Biden's denials continued even after an audio tape surfaced showing President Biden leaving a message for Hunter specifically discussing coverage of those dealings. The call is specifically referring to these dealings. Take a look at this. Hey, pal, it's Dad. It's 8:15 on Wednesday night. If you get a chance, just give me a call. Nothing urgent. I just want to talk to you. I thought the article released online, it's going to be printed tomorrow in the Times, was good. I think you're clear. And anyway, if you get a chance, give me a call. I love you. Folks, who are you going to believe? The media or your own ears? Now, Biden at 80 is, according to the Associated Press, a respecter of fate and mulls a second White House bid. The oldest president in U.S. history, Biden hits his milestone birthday at a personal crossroads as he and his family face a decision in the coming months on whether he should announce for re-election or he'd be 86 at the end of a potential second term. What do you guys think about that? Now, he says that we're going to have to have discussions about it. Now, Reuters. This is alarming news, folks. Hair straightener lawsuits mount following government cancer study. This is very important. Your health is vital. Lawyers have filed at least 9 lawsuits against L'Oreal, USA Incorporated, and other makers of hair straightener products since last month's release of a U.S. government study linking frequent use of the products to uterine cancer, according to court records. So I want you guys to be aware about that. Also from Reuters, FTX had total cash balance of $1.24 billion as of November 20th. And the cryptocurrency exchange FTX, which has filed for U.S. bankruptcy court protection, had a total cash balance of $1.24 billion as of November 20th, according to a court filing on Monday. That's a drastic difference from what folks thought they had. Now, let's talk about housing. October was a spooky month for the U.S. housing market. Contracts fell through, pending sales dropped, and new listings plummeted at unprecedented levels as mortgage rates soared. Now, would-be buyers are turning their backs on the turbulent U.S. housing market in droves. And this is according to new data released from Redfin on Monday. The number of pending sales, the amount of deals being scrapped, and the proportion of homes seeing their asking price slashed all reached foreboding milestones in an October chill that could rival winters. Boy, oh boy, this is shaping up to be an interesting end of 2022, and 2023 is going to start off with a bang. Now, pending sales dropped 32% annually to 414,492 last month, the largest decline since at least 2013 when Redfin's records began. And at the same time, almost 60,000 home purchase agreements fell through, equating to about almost 18% of the homes that went under contract last month, a record high. And according to the data showed, an additional almost one quarter or almost 24% of homes for sale in October experienced a price drop, double the rate of a year earlier. the online property portal reported. The Fed's actions to curb inflation are causing the housing market to slow at a pace not seen since the financial crisis. Folks, be prepared, be aware. And if you haven't, check out my latest or one of my latest live streams where we had real estate experts, the Real Estate Agents of America team toured on the live stream with us, discussing a lot of things, very important things about the housing market currently and futures. Now, folks, the world's most crucial fuel heads for shortages, and that's touching everything. Now, this is according to Bloomberg. Prices for diesel used to power trucks, fuel machinery, and heat homes have surged about 50% amid shrinking inventories and a strained export market. Bloomberg also states that no fuel is more essential to the global economy than diesel. It powers trucks, buses, and ships and trains. It drives machinery for construction, manufacturing, and farming. It's burned for heating homes, and with the high price of natural gas in some places, it's also being used to generate power. Let's get right into it. George Soros pulls the trigger on these two strong buy stocks. So, for anyone looking to get ahead in the investing game, following in the footsteps of stock picking legends is an obvious path to follow. Now, it says here that George Soros is looking at Biohaven Ltd, ticker symbol BHVN. Merger and acquisition activity can shake up the markets, and the first Soros pick has recently been involved in such action. Biohaven Ltd is a spinoff of the parent company Biohaven, a clinical stage biopharmaceutical research company that was brought out by Pfizer earlier this year. Pfizer took control of the parent firm's full portfolio of anti-CGRP assets while allowing the remainder to spin off as Biohaven Ltd, trading under the BHVN ticker, with Pfizer holding a 3% share of the spun off stock. And the next Soros pick that we're going to look at is Booking Holdings BKNG, a leading online travel company. Booking is a holding company, and its subsidiary brands include Booking.com, Priceline, Agoda, rentalcars.com, Kayak, and OpenTable. Customers can use these sites to access rooms, flights, meals, and other services worldwide, and the brands can connect with customers everywhere. Services are offered in more than 40 languages and include over 6 million listings of homes, apartments, and other accommodations. Folks, UK faces worst downturn of any advanced economy. And this is according to OECD. The UK economy will suffer a bigger blow from the global energy crisis than other leading nations, according to an international body, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. And this is very important because their global energy crisis ties in closely and heavily with the United States. The UK will contract by more than any other nation in the G7 group next year, according to OECD. And growth in the US and the Eurozone will be weak, but Germany is the only other major economy expected to shrink. The OECD forecasts a significant growth slowdown globally in 2023. So, folks, make sure your money's right, okay? Thanks to the strength of emerging economies, the world's economy will grow by 2.2% next year. And this is according to the OECD's latest report predictions. But the war in Ukraine was affecting economies unevenly, and the OECD said that with European countries bearing the brunt of the impact on business, trade, and the spike in energy prices. So we need to be cognizant of that. While Forbes is reporting gas stations' survival in today's economy may be shaky. Now check this out. Electric vehicles and looking to the future. This is what we're talking about here, folks. Take California as an example. They are already shifting the state to become fully electric, which means that according to some estimates, as many as 80% of gas stations will be unprofitable by 2035. Many other states are likely to transition away from the sale of gas-powered vehicles along with California, including Washington, Oregon, Massachusetts, and New York. And for gas stations to survive, they must try new strategies, and this could mean installing EV charging stations and offering other services to customers. While it may appear difficult for some gas station owners to install EV charging stations, the government is likely to soon have programs to help fund gas stations that offer electric charging services. In the coming years, owning a charging station can help your business and the thousands of consumers transitioning to electric vehicles By transitioning to add EV charging stations, you could change the future of technology and our planet. Now, I know this is a controversial topic, but at the end of the day, this is what we are up against, folks. And aligning yourselves with the businesses that are going to be moving in this direction should prove to be profitable. Oh, and by the way, for those asking about the $10,000 and gaining access to $10,000 with no charge, no cost, free to apply, and get a response in as quickly as 24 hours, there's a link down in the description. Go check it out. Also, Republicans pitched an economic solution. Now they'll have to deliver. Now, NBC has reported that Republicans vow to tackle high inflation and bolster the economy, but a GOP civil war is brewing over what policies could accomplish those goals. It says here that central to the Republicans' pitch to voters in the midterm elections was a pledge to tackle high inflation and bolster the economy. But a GOP civil war is brewing over what policies could accomplish those goals. Having now secured some power, Republicans will control the House, and NBC News projected on Wednesday that the party will have an ownership stake in the economy. Get this, midterm voters cited inflation as their top concerns. No shock there, with 1 in 5 saying it had caused them severe economic hardship, and this is according to NBC News exit polls. They gave Republicans higher marks than Democrats on handling the economy. Let's see how that works out. Now, the GOP still doesn't know what its economic policy is in a post-Trump world, and this is according to Brian Riedel, who worked for 6 years as chief economist for Republican Senator Rob Portman of Ohio, and is now a senior fellow at the Manhattan Institute. Now, 10 years ago, it would have been spending cuts, regulatory reform, free trade, and free market policies. And in the post-Trump world, all those policies are kind of on the outs. So there's actually a bit of a civil war going on in the GOP around economics. This is very, very interesting to see. This is the point of which we are at today, folks. Hopefully we can see some change. Hopefully we can see some improvement with the economy. I want you guys to be on the up and up. I want your finances to improve. I want your savings balances to increase. I want your credit balances to decrease. I want to see you making some returns on your investments and growing your net worth in your portfolios and securing your family's financial future, and growing businesses and generating side hustle, passive income, multiple income streams, and just continuously growing. My motivation for you guys today is to get out there and get on the grind. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye.